Completely failed. I was starting off my video and didn't even realize I pressed the record button. That's how out of it I am right now. I'm watching a show called The Heart of Dixie, and it's just all about relationships and love and, you know, how bad they can go and family matters, and it just brings up a lot of emotions for me, especially seeing how my love life is absolutely dreadful. Like, you don't understand how dreadful my romantic life is. I didn't have a single boyfriend until I was after I turned 19. And that was right, like, literally a month before I turned 20. Like, literally. That's how, like, I didn't even go on dates. I think I went on one date, and it didn't even turn into anything. I actually was surprised he even showed up, honestly. But, I've had plenty of, crushes and stuff, and, we all have crushes. But I have long-term crushes. So once I start having feelings for somebody in the crush-worthy way, those suckers last until I either find somebody else to start crushing on, or they don't go away at all. Even if I haven't seen them in years. It's just how I work, which is very sad and depressing. But I've had only a couple confessions in my entire life. The biggest one in my entire life was when I was in 7th grade. I think it was my last day at the school, but it was at the end of the year. I was moving because I was in foster care and everything, which I can always explain in another video. And he decides, we had been having this, like, flirtatious thing going on for a while, and, he had moved, like, into the school 2 months before me, and so we had this joke that he was taking my place in the school, because we had the same math class and everything, and it was funny, it was cute, and then he had the decency to tell me the last day, the day I was going to be moving, that he liked me. What is that bull? Like, why would you do that? I honestly would have rather not know. I'm not kidding you. I would have preferred if he just left it alone and not tell me he did. That he wanted to be my boyfriend or like me or go on a date or whatever. Just, I wouldn't have. I don't want to know. I didn't want to know. I don't want to know anymore. At the time, I was like, yes! And then I was like, you do realize I'm leaving! Of course, that's not the first time that's happened. After I moved here to the East Coast, 2 people I had a crush on. Yeah, I can have multiple crushes, don't judge me. 2 people I had crushes on decided, oh yeah, hey, it sucks that you moved because I was starting to have feelings for you, or I did like you, but I was too afraid to tell. What is this bull? You do not do that. Like, come on. Why can't people just have the courage to tell people? Okay, yes, I probably should have done the reverse and actually told them, but they were giving off the wrong signals the entire time. Maybe I was giving out the wrong signals. If so, I'm so mad at myself. Then I've only had 3 relationships in my entire life, and they all been disasters. The first one, it went off well. He was adorable and everything until I realized he was a cheater. And he was cheating on me for over a month. And I gave him an out in the relationship without even knowing he was cheating on me. And he never took it. Or at least told me he was doing such a thing. No, he left it alone for me to just find out the next week he was cheating on me. My friend had caught him with the friend, like, not in a bad situation. We were all going to go to a Halloween party, and he went to that party with the girl he was sleeping with. He was cheating with. And my friend knew that girl and was going to take me to the party, but I had homework to do, so I didn't go, which is a good thing, because I probably would have, so glad I didn't go. And she figured it out and told me, and oh my gosh, and the girl he was cheating on me with had the decency to believe every word he said, even after I showed her proof that me and him were in a relationship. Oh yeah, that was even the worst part. She believed his story that I was a stalker. He told her I was a stalker. Even though in his messages, he's saying I love you to me. Oh, yeah, I'm the stalker. So that was the first one. That's a great way to start off at having boyfriends, is actually having a boyfriend being a cheater. No, not the rest. Then I had my second one. It wasn't that bad. I mean, at the beginning it was hard because it was kind of long distance. He was over an hour away and he worked a lot. So it was kind of hard seeing each other, but we did our best. But then after a while, I realized he wasn't even giving me enough, he wasn't connecting to me well enough. He wasn't giving me, he wasn't putting enough effort into the relationship as I was. And it got to me, and I told him this, and then he vanishes off the planet. I'm not kidding. I didn't hear a word from him for a month. Are you kidding me? A month. You don't talk to me for a month. I messaged him, and the fact that I didn't even realize we weren't talking until 2 weeks after he stopped talking to me, all he said was a couple words, and then we left it alone. Then he decides to come back a month later, surprise me, and say, oh, I do want to be with you. Excuse me? You're telling me you spent a month debating if you were wanting to be in a relationship with me after, let me tell you this, after being together for 6 months. No joke. 6 months, and he doesn't even tell me he's considering it. He just leaves me hanging and doesn't tell me a single thing and decides, oh yeah, now I want to be with you. And then he expects me to actually still have feelings for him as I did at the beginning of the relationship. Are you kidding? I'm sorry, but you dropped off the face of the earth. I thought we officially broke up, and he just didn't have the, to tell me that he was over. That we were over, sorry. So, that was a whole deal. Oh, and the first one was only 3 months, I think. Yeah, 3 months. Then, of course, you have to have that break period. Let me tell you, he was not I don't do rebounds. I can't do rebounds. I will never do rebounds. And the second one, I guess you would call him a rebound, but to be with this person for 7 months, I don't think it's a rebound. But I actually started talking to him about 2 days after I ended things with the cheating person, but that was over obviously a month beforehand, seeing how he was cheating on me, and I kind of subconsciously knew about it if I gave him an out in our relationship. So there's the third relationship. After the little break, I had to deal with the whole getting over the deal and blah blah. I met this other guy. We started talking. Of course, he's another long distance person, but it was okay. He worked, blah blah blah. I really fell for him. I don't know what it was, but we connected on a really good level. And everything was going great. I may have done a stupid idea and let him move in with me. I had to have roommates. I was living alone. I needed rent money. And I figured, hey, he doesn't have a place. He has a place, but his family was going to be kicking him out. So I gave him a room in my house. There was we have 3 bedrooms, okay? Whatever. So, that whole deal, all bad, because then I realized he has a problem with alcohol. It wasn't that major at the beginning, but, when he's in a bad mood, he would drink too much. Then there was times where there was yelling and, a lot of emotional moments and everything. Let's just get to the end, and let me just tell you, he ended up in jail, and relationship over because of domestic violence. So, yeah, that's 3 relationships I've had, and they obviously did not go well. Cheater, not enough, trying, I don't even know what the word, attention, and not enough commitment to the relationship, and then domestic violence. Yeah, that's my dating life. I'm surprised I'm able to, still be smiling. I mean, after that, wouldn't anybody give up on love? I almost did. But now I love love too much that I can't give up on it. But at the same time, it's just like, am I meant to have love in my life? And it sucks because everybody in the world is dealing with this. Some people get into depressions, so much so that they're worried because they don't think they'll be with somebody. I have a friend who I've been friends with for many years on just Facebook. We've never met in person because he lives in one of these East Coast states. I actually am like about 5 hours away from him where I'm living right now, but because that's a lot of gas money, also, you wouldn't have enough time if you were just doing one day to actually visit. I haven't had a chance to meet him in person, but we've been friends, we video chat and all that stuff, and he's super depressed because of the fact that he feels like no one will ever love him because people out there are rude and mean and just kind of want to manipulate you into situations and just want to make you fall for them and be like, oh, you're not the person for me, and then throw you back out kind of deal. And that's what he's dealing with, and I feel bad. But I have to keep hope in me, because if I were to let that go, I would just be even more depressed than he would be. And I don't think I would be able to continue, like, my routine, going to work, coming home. I mean, that's really sad, but you gotta understand my last relationship, how that ended. It's kind of hard to, go out and meet people and all that. But I'm trying. I'm talking to people. I've talked to 2 people. One I see more as a friend. He's, no offense to him, plus I'm moving, so it doesn't really matter. The second one, I'm actually really, 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 really liking, and he's great and everything, and we have so much in common, and I'm moving. The story of my life, Wow, this video ended up a lot longer than I was suspecting. But, yeah, so I just figured I'd, give you the lowdown on my love life, because eventually I was gonna do it. This is a vlog, do whatever the heck I want. If you watch this video, great for you. If you don't, okay. I will talk to you guys later. Hopefully the next one will be more positive. Bye, you guys.